I'm recording this screencast only as a record of the Open edX platform that we hosted for just over a decade in our own instance of Amazon, which has been costing us some money and we're no longer using for the on-campus courses. So you can see here the landing page of this GW Online branded Open edX instance, which held several courses that we built over time. On this tab, I have, for example, the first course that we hosted on this platform that we titled Numerical MOOC. It was initially offered in 2014. It was launched in August 2014 and it remained open for 3 years, and it had more than 8,000 registered users at the time. Then we reinstalled the Open edX platform to a later version of the software, and we reset the courses at this time. And from then on, 2017, it's been running. Now I'm recording this on the 2nd of June of 2025. At this time, you can see that we have 2,962 enrolled as learners from all over the world. Let me show you a quick run of what this course looked like. We had an initial survey, country survey in fact, and this was some sort of embedded Google map which no longer works, and so we can't really see the map at this moment. And several sections about how the course was going to work, and some Jupyter notebooks, some little screenshots on how to work with Jupyter notebooks. These things are not going to be preserved. I have not downloaded or preserved these instructions anywhere. But of course, the main materials of this course are all Jupyter notebooks that are available on GitHub. So the main material of the course is available openly in the course's GitHub repository. And there's some instructions there, of course, on how to use. There were some materials, additional materials like additional readings that provided here. And of course, there were some graded assessments for students to check their knowledge. And there was the ability to earn a badge for each course module, which was the feature of this numerical MOOC. All of this is sadly going away, and there's no longer going to be an option of completing these assignments. Although the materials can be found, most of the materials can be found in the GitHub repository. In particular, the coding assignment is saved as another Jupyter notebook. And what we had here in the learning platform was the ability to enter your results and get some auto grading of those results too, if you complete all of the quiz parts and also the answers to the coding assignment, then you would get the badge. Second module here, again, a set of Jupyter notebooks and some graded assessment with the ability to earn the badge. Those badges, I think I've saved those images, but the idea of the badges that was, we had the ability to issue a badge that was conformant to the Open Badges standard, which meant that the PNG file, it was not just an image, but the PNG file had in the header, the metadata, some standard information and a hash key unique to the user, so that could be verified as a digital credential. So that I'm of course showing the instructor version because I'm logged in as an instructor, and so I have some drafts there that are not visible for students. There was one module in the system for each one of the set of Jupyter notebooks that was a specific topic. And we had some additional little bits like some readings, and I don't think we had anything in the wiki for the course. There was nothing there. Some notes from a colleague, and that's about it. So in addition to this course, we had the Aero Python course. That one is another set of Jupyter notebooks. The first version, I think, of that had more than 800 registered users, and then we got here more than 2,000. So for a total, it reached a total of about 3,000 learners overall. And the course consists of an intro section as usual. Again, this one had some introduction materials on how to use Python, how to use GitHub, which we used for this course. Then we had some fundamental concepts. This material included some videos and some other material that comes from third-party sources, including some readings. And I've tried to preserve those links and those materials in the wiki of the GitHub repository corresponding to this Aero Python course, including some of these videos and these images that are third-party materials that were complementary to the Jupyter notebooks. But again, this course was mainly, the content was mainly a set of Jupyter notebooks. These continue to exist on GitHub. And we did have, of course, assignments that you could complete in the online course, and those are no longer going to be available once we take this platform down. Let's see what was here available on the readings. Yes, just some links to additional materials. And also we had the online learning modules corresponding to the Engineering Computations course. And they're separated in several modules, smaller chunks than a full semester course. And in this case, this course had, in addition to the Jupyter notebooks, some graded assignments. Here they are. These graded assignments had the possibility of downloading a student's version of a Jupyter notebook that the students could complete separately, either in their own local installation of Jupyter or using Colab, Google Colab, or using the University Jupyter Hub. Then the students could upload that assignment right here. I didn't attach any file, but if you attach a file, choosing a file here would allow you to pick your completed Jupyter notebook, upload, and it would be automatically graded. I previously did a demo and uploaded an empty notebook where I got 0 points because I did not answer any question. But if a student would complete their assignments, they would see immediately this cell that was completed would be green instead of red, and it would indicate the points that they have earned for that. So in this case, since I'm the instructor, I don't have any completed assignments. I think I played around with, let's see, homework 8. Let's go to homework 8. And homework 8, that will show you what it looks like when a learner completes. I think that I have completed that one because it's a multiple choice one, and I may have done a demo again. The multiple choice ones, those are not going to be preserved. They don't exist separately from the OpenEdX instance. And maybe I did a printout for future reference just for my documentation. This one, again, is a visualization quiz, and so that one is graded online. Yep, this is going away, and I'm just recording this screencast as to memorialize the existence of this platform where we had an online course for every one of the Engineering Computations modules. In addition, when we created the Engineering Computations modules, we had the ability to display content from a Jupyter notebook using what is called the Jupyter Viewer X block, and the graded work was using the Jupyter auto grading X block, and those things were created in collaboration with IBL Education in 2018, and they've been running here all this time. The student would download their student assignment, then complete it on their own, upload it, and it would be auto-graded on the fly, and they would get instant feedback of what questions they got correct or they got wrong. This is how it worked. I'm showing you the instructor version, so there's no graded work. I guess if I go to my progress, the students would be able to follow their progress. Looking at that tab there that says progress, it looks like I did a demo with homework 3. So let's look at homework 3, and I have uploaded. You can see here that would be the output that the student sees when they have uploaded a Jupyter notebook. It takes a few seconds, maybe half a minute. The students need patience, and they see immediately for each cell, for each graded cell, a green result if they are correct, or a red result if they are incorrect. And they can, in this case, they had unlimited attempts. The instructor has the ability with this grading Jupyter Grader X block to set the number of attempts, whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 or unlimited. That is an option for the instructor. So that's the way it looked. Now it's going away. We're taking it offline. I just wanted to show you that this is what we had available. As you can see, it shows portions of a Jupyter notebook. These Jupyter notebooks are the ones that are available on GitHub. It is using the Jupyter Viewer X block to create a learning sequence using content that is created by the author as a Jupyter notebook and is stored on GitHub or any public website. So you just, as an instructor, create the learning sequence using the URL to the public Jupyter notebook, and you can select a starting and ending cell to display only a portion of it to create the learning sequence in this way. So that is one of the modules. This is the second module on statistics. And finally, we had a module on differential equations. That's module number 3. And again, the course had a module here on the left in the navigation for each section of the course, of this module for the course. And then we have a learning sequence here at the top with different subsections. And finally, a graded homework that is uploaded by the student as a Jupyter notebook completed offline. These courses, these modules, these online modules were used by myself to support my courses at the George Washington University. They don't have the ability to issue a digital credential like Numerical MOOC. That was a one-off instance of combining an online course with digital credentials that we didn't repeat. We did have the aerodynamics course was also done before the Engineering Computations series. This was a very nice one that had a lot of graded assessments that were all public and were available for anyone to use, but did not have the digital credentials. So that is it. I wanted to record this screen share, but for the only reason of memorializing this OpenEdX instance where for a decade we shared our courses and allowed anyone from anywhere in the world to enroll and learn with us. This is sadly now being taken offline, and the reason is we are no longer using them for the on-campus courses, and we no longer can afford the cloud cost, which is being paid to Amazon AWS every month. So that's it. Just for memory lane here, a screencast of the GW Online OpenEdX instance at the School of Engineering at GW. That's it. Bye.